last episode. Full mouth feeling, last episode.
The full mouth feeling, last episode. The full mouth feeling, last episode. The full mouth feeling, last episode. The full mouth feeling, last episode. Yes, last episode. 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 Last episode.
Hello and welcome to the final episode in the series of the Full Mouth Feeling Show.
Hello.
Oh, isn't that sad?
All good things come to an end, and in this case, it wasn't a good thing, but it still
Yeah.
had to come to an end.
But yeah, so this is the Full Mouth Feeling Show. We're a wine podcast that
Wine
we
podcasts,
we
all those in inverted commas. Like,
yeah,
all-
everything with a sarcastic little everything from wine podcast to you know what I'm saying. It's all everything's sarcastic. Even that little bit there was sarcastic.
But this is a special episode, not just because it's the finale, but because we're in a completely different setting.
Yeah.
It's now, like all the other episodes you've been listening to, we did a while back.
It wasn't now. I
This
suppose
it's October now, so you're probably listening to this in November-ish, right?
maybe.
Yeah.
So there's a lesser delay of time, which you should all be excited about for
Yeah.
no reason.
No arbitrary reason.
But yeah, no. So this is the Full Mouth Feeling Show. So it's about me trying to get Alexis to
Yo.
enjoy wine with me. So I'm quite an avid.
You've kind of succeeded sometimes.
I have, and I'm quite proud of myself. But yeah, I'm an avid wine drinker, and
Can
you
I
hate
ask
wine.
you something? Since
Yes.
this is a recap show, like as
Well,
in
we haven't introduced that yet. We
Well,
still, all the listeners like, all right,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
So
okay,
what
okay.
little show we watching here today then?
Okay,
They're
introduce it. I'll
all
edit this
Cockney,
out.
sort of like 1920s for some reason. Obviously, all dressed as Greg.
Oh.
So anyway, so this is the wine podcast where I try and get Alexis to drink wine with me because Alexis hates wine and I'm quite an avid wine drinker, and it's just
You're not though anymore.
the show has changed the dynamic a little bit. It definitely has. Like wine's not doing great on the rap sheet. It's fucked up a few times.
Yeah.
And I'm anyway, we'll get into it later. New Zealand. But yeah, so it's the show where I try and get you to enjoy wine with me. And this is an interesting episode because we are in Nottinghamshire.
Somewhere,
One of the
world,
places, kind of in transit, moving my stuff from storage down south, and this is the stop-off point. And we thought, cheeky little full mouth
Cheeky
feeling.
little podcast.
Don't mind if I fucking do.
When you're in like a random Airbnb in Nottinghamshire,
Yeah.
Why not? Why not just stop off and do some podcasting?
Do a quick podcast.
And
Everything will be fine.
Do you know what else you need to bring in your podcast in Nottinghamshire?
It's obviously Greg, isn't it? You gotta like if you. Hey, my name is the Greg.
Hey guys.
So basically, what happened was Greg was helping with the moving of the stuff, I think, and now he's on the podcast, and you're happy to be on the podcast, aren't you, Greg?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So he is. You're kind of like an unofficial. You're a background host.
I'm your biggest fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm your Jamie to the podcast.
What's
Who's
Jamie?
Jamie?
Like the guy that does the technical.
What do you mean the guy that does the technical?
Is this?
How is this a
Is this a bit, Greg?
No.
what's a Jamie?
Like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan.
Oh right.
No
okay,
one
yeah.
listens to
No,
Joe Rogan
okay, that's
too
fine.
much here. Anyway, in this room. Anyway, so Greg, you're sort of like a third host today. You're a background host.
Right.
You're a fly in the wall host. So basically, what we're going to do this episode is we're going to kind of recap. We want to look back at the full mouth feeling and
all the wines we hated.
and also just kind of try and sum up what we've learnt and what we're going to do moving forward. And Greg, just to clarify, you want to be here, right?
Absolutely, yeah. No, this is a pleasure for me. I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And okay, it's just sometimes it's
No,
hard
I
to
don't
know-
have a choice.
Okay, but sometimes it's hard to tell if you're being sarcastic or not. You have quite a flat tone at the moment. You've got a cheeky glint in your eye. I just want to check. You are here by your own decision making.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Just wanted to clarify that. Anyway, let's.
We did promise him beer.
We did. But so we have a wine that Greg has bought,
Oh yeah.
which is.
I do enjoy to donate to the show. From
Yeah,
time to time.
we know you're a generous donator
Mm.
of thingeries, and we got a bottle of wine. So let's fucking crack on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
We're
So
gonna
this wine-
Let's start with opening the wine. Let's get the wine
I've
bullshit out
opened
of
the
the way.
wine.
Oh no, because we aired it. Because we're learning.
Yeah.
We're learning about airing. A part of
It's
Greg's
a red
wisdom.
wine apparently, so I heard that you're supposed to let them air a little bit.
I like it. Is it? It could be like it almost like a California like. Did you the wine? But or it could be the wine.
the wine.
Totally.
Down under.
Well, which one should we go for? Because we have to.
California.
You going for the Oh my god, it's the wine.
So we've aired the wine all over the place. Oh my god.
So, lovely.
And
What is it?
it is a Douro, Douro, Denominação de Origem Controlada, wine of Portugal, 2017. Very nice label.
Maybe it's like level. Do you know what I
it's
mean? Like a
A
California.
Morrison's,
thing like that.
a Morrison's Best, blended by their winemakers. So anyone who is not from the UK, Morrison's like a supermarket.
Yeah.
It's
It's fine. It's a good
middle of the
supermarket.
road, I'd
yeah,
say,
it's middle
yeah.
of the road, but it's a
Yeah.
good supermarket. It's one of the best. But you know,
The inspiration behind the best wine collection comes from our wine experts who are passionate about sourcing exceptional quality wines from the world's finest wine producers, like this robust Portuguese red made in partnership with Falua. We created our unique blend from low-cropping, hand-picked Touriga Nacional, Touriga Franca, and Tinta Roriz grapes grown on the steep granite banks of the majestic Douro River. It's 13.5%.
yeah,
I reckon it's a red. It looks like a red.
yeah.
Really nice label. And it's Greg approved. So
Oh yeah, because let's mention this that Greg bought it for us. Thank you, Greg.
yeah.
It's my pleasure.
And also, we should say like the reason why you can hear us well is because
Right, yeah,
we
no.
have a good setup.
This was something I was gonna get into. Was so G6 Moco have very kindly given us like 3 of their microphones, nice microphones, 3 of their mic stands. Their what's the recorder called?
the other stuff.
The other stuff, all the
can't just
all the
record
Stuff to
gizmos,
record. Yeah, the stuff
all
to
the
record.
all the 21st century gizmos.
Yeah, we're not anymore recording with like a €13 mic.
Yeah, we've stepped into a new league. So thank you, G6 Moco.
Yeah.
Thank you
Well,
so
for
much.
this episode, we're gonna go back to our classic self.
Oh yeah, our poverty setup.
So should we pour
Okay,
this wine?
let's get some of that wine down us.
All right, so I'm gonna pour myself a glass and then I'm
Oh,
gonna
lovely jubbly. So
pour
we've got
back.
2 glasses of wine. So the Airbnb that we're renting has 2 glasses of wine.
He has 4 glasses of wine.
Oh, so why have we only got 2?
There's one right there, mate.
Oh, I've got one. Oh shit! I'm just drinking my beer and just too involved with it. Pour me some wine, you sexy Polish man. Why haven't you poured my wine, you Polish man?
Okay.
Oh yeah, pour it down, mate. Get some ACR. What's it? Oh fucking hell! Oh fuck!
Do you want me to spit in it or?
Yeah, only in my mouth, Greg. That's the routine. So I'll take the glass. Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman. You're a scholar. Okay, so Greg, now since you're here and you know about wine, right, Greg? In
Not really, no.
Okay, but you know more than Alexis and I.
Who doesn't?
Okay, sure. That was a bit passive aggressive. But anyway,
so sorry.
yeah, I know it was true, but it's facetious. So, can you tell us what's the process from here? What should we do? We've aired the wine as you instructed.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can talk about the wine. Let's first
we
have a
can-
little sip. Let's
What
first have a
about
little
the
sip.
color?
What
So-
about the tenants?
So-
I can't really see the color because it's really dark in here.
Yeah, so you can't really see the color. So
I'm
that's,
gonna put
that's
it up against the.
So
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
No, it's nice. It's very dark and
very
ruby.
dark, very dark,
Is
and
it
and I know.
full-bodied?
Yes, and I can explain to you why it's dark and why it's so strong as well.
Okay.
So this wine here is a very beautiful Douro from Portugal, and it's one of the first, well, really the first Portuguese red wine I tried, introduced to me by my wife's father.
My wife.
My wife's father. But if she cheats on me, I will end her. And it was in Portugal, and we actually drank it quite warm, which was a little bit weird. And it was just really nice. And I'm like, what's this wine? And he's like, Douro. And I'm like, sick, bro. So yeah, I would just say, so I would just say,
I'm gonna say like
give it a smell, and then and then
Oh,
and
by
then
the
chuck
way,
it down.
Just color wise, I've just checked it under the flashlight. It's really nice and ruby, sort of like very dark, very almost has like a dark pink hue.
Yes.
I'm hoping
This is like my kind of favorite taste of wine, like really full-bodied, really like deep, and then like quite dry at the aftertaste is like really dry, which makes it really nice with like greasy food, like chicken, for example, which in Portugal is really really nice.
so. I like port.
Yeah, so
I hope this. I'm like. That's
let me
the
tell
only-
you something. So I know that you like port. Now this wine here is from the Douro region, basically. Well, it's not the Douro region. It's next to the Douro River in Portugal, one of the biggest rivers in Portugal, and it's actually a wine from the port region.
Oh, okay.
So it's it's the only wine that they make in the port region that isn't port. And
Interesting.
when they say
Very interesting.
so port is basically distilled, i.e. it's called fortified wine, so it's distilled, so it needs the extra push to make the alcohol. And the absolute maximum alcohol you can get naturally from wine is about 13.5 to 14%. So I guess this is 13.5%.
15%.
15%.
15%.
15%
is the most
Right.
you can get out of
Right,
wine, I
so
think.
something like that. So this basically becomes a port. So this is now a non-fortified wine,
Just
which is just
schooling
called
you
Douro.
on wine there. Sorry, just
The what?
you carry on, mate.
Oh, you're schooling me on wine. So it's
all
just
that is the first time I've ever listened to this much information about wine.
I know.
Like this is the most information about
This
wine.
is the
I've
most we've
ever
learned
had.
about wine.
that's all
And
I
I've
have.
spoken to winemakers. Do you know what I mean? Like
What about tenants? What are tenants? Tannins? Tannins. I said it right that time.
Yeah, it's the little things that fall down when you like
What do they mean?
swirl around the grass. So the slower they go down, like basically the better the wine is,
oh,
because
this doesn't have any. Does it?
because it's a shitty glass, and also
Oh.
you need to make sure that you clean the glass in the proper way.
Okay, I see. I'm gonna have
Like-
a sniffy sniff.
Yeah.
See what the. It actually smells surprisingly like port. It has a very strong port feel to it. Yeah, like very what's it called? Like really deep, dark red fruits and some little hints of caramel, little bit of like burnt oak, cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon spice. I'd say clove, cinnamony. Yeah, definitely has like a clove.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna taste it now.
Little sip. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, White, your head's sinking. Oh, the thrusting around. Oh, there's some twitching. This looks like a classic one. This is a classic.
What?
I hate
But it's
wine.
such a nice wine.
Wine's the thing that I hate most in this world.
How do
Face.
you
It's
not like
actually
this?
alright.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't pull all that shit and then be like, nah, this is my
This is-
jam, bro.
It's a beautiful, beautiful wine.
We
you
haven't
guys.
had an episode in a while. Like this is
Fair enough.
this is how I react
out
to
of training.
wine.
Just natural.
You're an unfit athlete.
This reminds me of a Rioja so much. This has a very strong Rioja feel to it, but it's flatter, it's drier. It has almost like Yeah, it's just got a very dry aftertaste, which I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna say it's not too heartburny though. So for that,
That's good. Oh, cheeky little clap. I would clap, but I've got the wine in the hand, so little click.
How much heartburn do you get from this? Because
From
I
this,
also
not too
struggle
much,
a little bit
actually.
from heartburn.
Yeah.
Especially white wine, so I don't really drink white wines
Hmm.
unless there are Rioja. And this one here is just I feel like it's really dry but really smooth as well, and this is why I like it.
I don't get any heartburn. Like, not. I have some heartburn, but like not anywhere compared to most of the other wines. I'd say the one thing I don't like is that dry aftertaste you're mentioning. It's
Goes on
almost
a bit
like
too long.
It's almost like Sour Patch Kid or
Right, yeah.
what's it
But
called?
imagine that mix with greasy chicken skin in your mouth.
Greasy chicken skin. Why would you eat greasy? First of all, you're vegan.
Yeah.
So how are you putting this in my mind?
I've not always been vegan.
Yeah,
so-
I know. You know, like I've come to your barbecues. They were pretty great. I missed them quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, this has like a lot of standard red wine character, I'd say. If I'm starting to like understand a bit that sort of Spanishy region from that taste. Do you know what I mean? Like you have this specific taste that has like that Rioja that it's Spanishy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think I'm starting to not like wine, but I'm starting to understand where it comes from.
What's Spanishy?
Like Iberian Peninsula.
So it is Spanishy.
It's Portuguese, so it like if you go way back at some point, Portugal
Checks
was
out,
Spanish.
yeah.
Spanish. So yeah.
I did a course in that in uni.
But in how Portugal was Spanish.
No, the history of Iberia.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember much.
So, what has been your favorite wine on the
My
podcast?
favorite wine, I think I think it might be the Messiah.
Really?
I think maybe because it's the most, right today, it's the most fresh episode in my mind. And yeah, I liked it. And like the Boschendales, right, for example, that
Yeah.
was fine. I hated the first episode.
What about the Mastercrafter? I remember that
I remember
one.
it really enjoying that, yeah, but like not that much, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember you drank all the thing, ate all my Lunchables, and I had to go the whole episode with like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna have a pairing.
You didn't
'cause
want the Lunchables. Don't play into that.
I bought the Lunchables with my own money.
Okay, but I think that the Mastercraft was okay. Then all the mini bottles, everything in between was fine. But I remember the Messiah. I think it was just nice because we united over it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both like I'd say.
Sponsored by Greg.
Yeah, it's sponsored by Greg. Thank you very much, Greg. By
Yeah.
the way, that was a
Pleasure, yeah.
Oh, we're clapping and you're in the room.
It's my pleasure.
yeah.
This is the highlight of my month. by
That
the way.
that fish was horrible though. Like
Oh yeah. What
But
was,
no,
what was it
that's-
called?
no. Sorry, I listened to the episode very closely, and it was horrible at the beginning. But then,
yeah, actually,
the onion,
To be fair, yeah.
Onion.
right?
It wasn't.
And also, I brought a Polish pairing to this beautiful Portuguese wine because there's a connection there.
Wait, you brought a pairing.
Oh, of course I brought a pairing.
Oh, okay. What's the pairing?
Do you want me to go get it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
So, Greg, you got us a pairing as well. What is it?
So it's Krakus Cucumbers and Brine from 1965.
That's when it was established,
Yeah,
right? They're
and
not-
just cucumbers and brine. It's a very odd combination to go with red wine, Greg.
when you were talking about greasy chicken.
I was
skin.
expecting. I know you're vegan, so we discussed that already. But cucumbers and brine for red wine, even you, I mean, I reckon that wouldn't be your pairing.
It just I really like my pickles. So
Yeah,
it's like
I know
it's
how
like
you
Polish
love it.
pickles, and I just drink wine, and then I get hungry, and then I eat some pickles, and it's not really relevant.
This
Like,
is
it
the
has
Greg
nothing
experience.
To do
That's what it
nothing
is.
to do with the wine. It's just a delicious snack.
fair enough. I mean, I'm so happy this isn't.
But you kind of
fish.
have to pair it though. You kind of have to do your thing. You know?
I'm so happy this isn't fish. I guess I actually like pickles, so
I
yeah,
know.
fair enough.
And then you have to.
It's gonna sound really sexy. Oh, you like one?
Oh yeah, you want that plate? All right.
Oh, huh. Goes surprisingly well. Like surprisingly well. These pickles, they're like hench. They have a lot of flavoring to it, like a lot of pickling.
They're
has
very
gone under.
salty.
Yeah, they're very salty, very sort of like
It's not pickled. It's a different.
brined.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's they're quite intense, and they go really well with this one because they're more substantial than your average pickle. It's a great combination, Greg. Thank you very much. This is such an upgrade from fish.
All right. Calm down.
Although we were literally just talking about getting fish and chips. Well, I mean chips and some other combination thereof. But yeah, I reckon this wine is for someone who's not ready to have a port yet.
Okay.
This is like the wine where you're like, you're going to end up at a port, and you want to gradually sort of like
Maybe it's
inch
for
yourself towards that gout.
maybe
that
it's for
sweet
people
gout.
that know that they're susceptible to gout
Oh,
but can't have port.
so you?
Oh yeah. Like if I have a glass of port,
Yeah,
I feel it in the joint of my left toe.
really?
Yep.
Oh,
What?
shit. Yeah, Duncan has gout. Did you not know this? Duncan got gout
Yeah.
from port.
It's
once.
such an
What's gout? And how can you get gout
such an
from pork?
ugly disease, isn't it?
What's going on?
So basically, my dad
Gave you gout? Is
and
this
my,
like a?
and my dad's dad.
It's almost
it's
like gonorrhea
a
or
genetic
something?
thing. We all
Is
suffer.
it like gonorrhea? Your
Nah.
dad gave you gonorrhea.
No, it's not that sexual, sadly. But
Still
basically,
a bit sexual.
I mean, there's sexual stuff also happening, but it's not related to the gout. I mean, some of it is, but so yeah, I get bad gout, like really bad gout. So if I,
I don't know what gout is.
who does, mate? Who does
Okay.
basically
I can Google it
it's
for
these
you
little
because that's good.
crystals moving
That'll
through
be
your blood
easier.
And you get it from port?
when you overindulge in certain things. Like there's a list of things like red wine, like certain fishes like salmon.
You have a wine podcast
I know.
and you can't have red wine.
I know.
So, Greg, gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis characterized by recurrent attacks of red, tender, hot, and swollen joints.
That sounds
Pain.
about right, yeah.
Pain typically comes on rapidly, reaching maximal intensity in less than 12 hours.
What?
The joint at the base of the big toe is affected in about half of cases.
Oh my god.
It may also result in tophy, kidney stones, or kidney damage. Yeah. Wow, there's some really, really terrifying stuff.
Yeah, it's
You-
not good.
You're right, mate.
Well, no, I guess not. But anyway, so if I drink pretty much any port, it hurts.
But you've
Get
had
the
so much port in my house.
Have I?
Yeah, I've kept giving you port. Because I didn't.
Did you
I don't
see
like
me?
port.
Did you see me limping afterwards?
Oh my god, you were limping. Why were you drinking the port? I was giving you the port and you're like, oh yeah, I love port, mate.
Well, that's the thing, is he loves sports.
Oh, I fucking love port. Yeah, it's just one of our favourite little drinkies.
I wouldn't have given you port if I knew that you had like this fucking weird port disease.
I had this really awkward situation. I remember it was Boxing Day, like 2011, 12. And
You've had this for 10 years.
no, this is actually unrelated to gout,
okay.
but I've had it for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, so I was 2012, 2011. Anyway, so I was with this. I went to a pub with my girlfriend at the time and her grandma, and went to this pub on Boxing Day, and we went there, and there was a bloke there who was fairly old, probably about 60s, 70s, and he was buying everyone's drinks. There wasn't many of us there, like 5 or 6, and he said, "What you having?" And like I wanted a port, I just wanted a single glass of port because it was Boxing Day,
Wait,
and I hadn't had
is there a
any
thing with
port.
port and Boxing Day?
Yeah, I like drinking port around Christmas time. It's just very
Fair enough.
Anyway.
I'm gonna allow that.
Yeah, so I thought I'll have a glass of port. That'd be nice. That'd be quite nice. And everyone else said like, a lager, a glass of wine, whatever. And everyone port like, oh, that's very posh. That was one of the comments made. And I was like, oh right, yeah. I thought nothing of it really. Anyway, so then I finished my port, and then he goes, another drink for that. The same guy that bought the drink, another drink for that young lad. And I was like, oh, can I not have a port? Can I have a beer or something? It was just I stopped me there. No, whatever you started with is what you're having all night. And I said, oh no, but I don't want any more port. He's like, and by the time he said that, like another glass of it hit the ground. Anyway, so I drank it, and I thought like, I'd just say before I finished it that I don't want any more port. So I said to I can't remember his name. I was like, oh, I don't want any more port. Before I could say it, another port was there. Anyway, and I was like,
And that's why you have count.
Anyway, so then it was getting awkward, and I was like, right, well, I better say halfway through I don't want any port. And then so I'm getting halfway through, and I was like, oh, excuse me, mate, I don't want any more port. He's like, don't be silly, what you started is what you're going to finish with. And I was like, okay, that's it. Then I was like, that's a rule, that's what's happening. And so then I thought,
even when you're ordering with your own money.
no, he was paying for it, but he was very insistent. He was very
yeah, but like if you were like, okay, fair enough, keep your thing, can I just get my own?
This is what, because I thought like, right, well, I just won't drink anymore. I'll just won't. Do you know what I mean? So I thought like, I'll finish this one, won't have any more. Anyway, so I finish it, and of course another one comes. I'm like, this is like number 4.
Wait, but what happens if you go up to the barman and say?
Because we were at the bar. We're at the bar, and this guy was working like with the barman. He said that anyone that needs a drink, just go and get them a drink. And so they would avidly, whenever you'd almost finish your drink, they pour you a new one.
But like, okay, so can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend at the time, what was she having?
I can't remember.
Why wouldn't you say like, okay, you give me your drink and have the rest of the sports, and then when she gets her drink, then you get an extra port, so you have like always a port and a lager between you
We
two.
didn't have that relationship, I guess, or that intelligence at the time. But anyway, so I just got forced in a position where I kept drinking port, and like the thing is that I don't know what it is. When something's in front of me, I have no self-control. Like, I love port. I don't want to stop drinking. I'm just just health-wise, you just can't drink that much. But anyway, you put the port in front of me, I'm going to drink it, and it just kept coming. And I must have had so much port, and they just kept going on at me all night how fucking posh I was. And because how posh I was, like, just downing port. And it was a really awful night for me. It wasn't a good night. And like and the thing was, they were all Plymouvians, so they were from Plymouth.
Alexis, it's not the gout that concerns him, it's how people said he was posh.
They just because I was drinking port and I sound a lot posher than they do. So.
It sounds like an amazing night.
But anyway, so they're all like, I want to be delicate with this, but so they're all Plymouvian, and they were from a certain.
You were right. You're a bit posh, aren't you?
Yes. So they're from a certain sort of
Porsche. That's a bit posh.
I don't know how to put this delicately, but the first time I went to this girlfriend's family's house, right? The first time I went into the area where she grew up, all the cars on the street got torched. Does that paint the picture?
Wait,
Does that?
Wait, on the same night?
No, I was there for an hour. I looked out the window, everything's fine. Had a little chat, looked out the window, all the cars are on fire. All the cars are on fire.
Like...
Apart from my girlfriend's, and I thought like, no, it's convenient, isn't it? Yeah.
She has a good alibi, so...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, so that kind of paints the picture of the does that... I don't want to...
Yeah.
I don't want to put words in...
I thought you were going to... Like, when you started that story, I thought you were going to say, when I walked into her house, like, her dad was her uncle as well, or something like that.
No. But her dad was part of like some like biker gang apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
In
Plymouth is that
some
rough?
Cornish biker gang. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
There's biker
Cornish
gangs in the
biker gang?
country.
Yeah, I think you can imagine how certain sectors of the society
No, I can't imagine a
that
Cornish
we
biker
perceive
gang.
as comedy. Cornish people, we're like, they're clowns.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't perceive themselves in that way.
Oh
They're
no,
like,
like I'm sure
we're hard bastards.
I've met zero Cornish people realistically.
Yeah, they're-
but I'm sure they exist and that they're fine people.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember. I'm sure she told
why
me
why like torching half the neighborhood? What? That doesn't make sense.
the biker gang wasn't connected to that. By the way, that was just
Sorry, what?
it was just a.
What happened?
Okay,
Like what?
Sorry.
Like was it you? Like who
Oh, I don't know.
Like,
Just some local lads a bit bored started throwing shit into. Anyway, the point is that port is not good for me, and I've drunk a lot of it.
So maybe this is why this wine's for you. It's like not
Oh.
quite port.
And yeah, exactly, yeah, it's for me.
So imagine if you didn't have to like explain yourself why you had to order a port, and you'd be like, "I'll just have a bit of Douro, mate." And it's like, "Douro, what's that? It's like a fucking wine, isn't it?"
Just a little wine once.
Oh, they're Cornish, right? This just
They're
wine.
Plymouvian.
The same shit.
Oh yeah.
Arr, Here's some wine. Here's some Douro. So they pour you some
We're
Douro.
not ambitious enough
No
to be
one-
pirates.
No one thinks you're super posh. They think like, it's a bit weird, bit fucking weird, but they're still like, it's wine. It's not super fancy, and you can drink this all night, realistically,
Yeah.
without gouting too hard.
Yeah.
You probably gout a little bit, like it's got gout characteristics in there.
I have to drive tomorrow a long way, so hopefully I don't get gout because I'll be fucked. There's been some days where I can't walk.
Is it the driving leg that gets the gout?
It's the left foot.
The
It's a
left foot.
clutch.
So, okay, that's better.
No,
That's the worst.
Oh, wait,
the clutch is like the hardest.
the heaviest. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other one does most
Because-
of the.
No, because I can angle the foot because I get a little bit of gout on the other one. So I've had it, and I can angle the foot a little bit for the gas.
Yeah.
The whatever you in the UK they call it. What the gas? The petrol? What do they call it? The
Gas,
accelerator.
Yeah,
Yeah. So but this one you need the weight. You need the power, and
Yeah.
it comes from the ball.
Oh, I
whereas all the
see, I
gout.
see.
Yeah.
Just like 2 minutes ago, Alexis was like, "So the gout is that in your left foot or your right foot?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, the left foot, 100%."
That's where it comes from.
only the left foot.
No. It mainly the left, but I get a little bit in the right sometimes.
Any other places? Or
No, so far, so
can
good.
Can you get gout in other places?
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
where?
Your hands. You can get it you can get it in lots of different places.
Like what other places?
I don't know the full extent, but I
Okay.
know wrists. You can get it in wrists and stuff. Basically joints. Anything
okay.
jointy. It's arthritis, basically.
Speaking of,
Oh, about sickness, get medication.
no, you said joints.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
drugs.
Drug related.
I want to smoke some marijuana.
Oh,
We can take a pause and go for some marijuana, yeah? Okay, so we've done the wine stuff.
So, should we recap what we learned this season? Have we achieved anything? Because I've not liked wine more. I've learned to know more about wine and be able to differentiate between different types of wine. Still, never ordered a wine by volition. Although this wine, I'd say, like, you make into a port and I'd have it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this wine were a port, you know, obviously you wouldn't have it because
I couldn't drink it in this
No.
abundance, no.
that's completely understandable. But
For health reasons.
yeah, you know, you've had a big ass steak and you've had like a red wine with it, and you don't want to go straight to the dessert because you're like, I need to have some time to compose myself. But you want a wine to go between that
I see.
to the port, and you don't want gout. So This wine could be that wine, that filler wine, that little
Fill a gout wine.
cheeky little thing to push you over the edge to the
There you go.
the good.
That-
So I've got also one last thing which Greg brought us, and I think we need to try it
have you got it?
because I think that's where we need to move towards to the
Okay.
desserts.
Yeah.
Is a spicy chocolate challenge, and I reckon this is gonna go with this wine because I reckon chocolate's gonna work with this wine.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, Greg brought us this chili challenge. It doesn't have any instructions of how to challenge the challenge. Greg, are you going to join us, or is this?
So it's from the it goes from like mild to really spicy.
Are you going to join us, or
Just
is
like
this?
your mama's pussy.
So that I
Is
mean
it just
I
not vegan?
I
enough
don't
for you?
really do spicy food, and also I'm vegan.
Is that 2 no's?
Is that?
That's kind of two no's, but I mean, it's a wrap-up show and all of that stuff. So I've been. By the way, What date is it today?
10th of
yeah,
October.
the 10th.
I've been roughly vegan for a whole year.
A whole year. Shit. That's
Yeah, thank you.
clappable moment.
So
We've had to kill twice as many animals for you, Greg. Like, you know how it's not easy.
yeah, so I'll do some of the let's break the veganism for a year, and then I'll do another year. But
Yeah.
let's break it with again, I'm here. You guys do whatever you need to do with me. Nothing sexual, obviously, unless you really have to. But like, I'm not gonna have much because again, like me and spicy food
Just do what you want, mate. Don't break your veganism on our behalf. We don't really give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't.
No, I've had
It's
like
nothing
little bits and
special to
pieces.
us.
It's just like I eat a burger and then like, oh, there's a little bit of cheese in it, and I'm like,
Now it's time to kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna.
I'll try like this spiciest
Oh,
because
and
like
we also have to pair every time.
it's not vegan and also it's really spicy, which is really bad for me. So I feel like if I take this, like try a little bit of the most spiciest.
Yeah.
So this is we're gonna go from the least spicy to the spiciest because that makes sense.
I'll drop those and I'll just go for the spiciest.
But why? Okay, here's this.
Because I only have one go because I don't want to waste my veganism.
But
Just don't do it then. That'd be my advice. Don't.
Okay, so we're gonna eat all the 4 of them,
Yeah.
and you're gonna join in on the 5th one. Okay, I like your.
I'm gonna try like the top end, like the spiciest of the spiciest, because like that's like a challenge
So
for me.
the mildest, I'll say like. Sorry. The mildest is like just milk chocolate.
Yeah,
Doesn't even have
it's
a
nothing.
hint of spice. I'll say I didn't like spicy stuff. About like 2 years ago, I couldn't handle it. But basically, I trained myself.
How do you do that?
You just eat spicy. you just
thing
know
is,
the more spicy
I
stuff. you
love
eat-
spicy food, but I eat it and then I just kind of get really dizzy and I sweat so much.
Yeah. Well, that's the you have to just give yourself a little bit more every time. Like
And I start throwing up blood. And
oh,
then, like,
okay.
thing
Well,
when-
you stop there. I mean, that's the mild one. It was very mild. Like I'm
it was
going to
nothing.
pair it a little bit.
I don't really. Yeah.
I'm not sure it goes well with the wine. Kind of dries out the sweetness. I'm going to try the middle one.
Yep.
Still nothing. Maybe a little bit.
This is going to be a big old waste of our time, isn't it?
It goes. Doesn't go with the wine. Like, doesn't really work
No.
with the wine that much. Gonna go for the second to last one, which claims to have. What does it say? Medium heat. That's the medium heat. Wait, no. It's the fiery hot. So I just tried the medium. I'm gonna go for the fiery hot. Right? You want to pass it on to?
You're a sexual animal. Oh Jesus.
That's
Take a bit of the spiciest as well, so you
I have. Yeah. I have.
So that for me was that was a medium for me. Don't know about you. Did you have some?
Just having it now.
Surprisingly, it goes better with the wine than the other
Yeah.
ones. For me, at least.
Yeah.
That's a medium for me. Wait, was it hot for you? Okay. So
How are you with hotness compared to Alexis?
Alexa's much better than I.
Right.
I'm gonna go for the
Okay.
spicy.
I've got the spicier.
You really chugging them chocolates down, aren't you, Alexis?
Just trying to feel the spice.
That's what she said.
This is surprisingly less spicy than the previous one.
What's going on?
Okay, I'm having it.
It's really weird.
So
How is
confused.
this less spicy? Yeah, honestly, this was a huge waste of my time. Sorry, I mean, thank you, Greg. It's really nice chocolate. You want to try some?
No, like this is. If you guys would be like, oh yeah, this is spicy, then I would probably try it. But this just.
Yeah, try the
Makes me
spicy one.
sneeze.
Just try, like it's just one little piece.
Which one?
The last one.
Might be quite spicy for you.
Honestly, it was a medium for me. Just try the whole thing, man. Like it's not that spicy.
Dude, did you see me before from one, Chris?
Yeah, he's got a different tolerance to you and I.
So
But it-
I feel the chocolate and oh, it's disgusting.
What, the chocolate?
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
You don't like chocolate?
No, it's
What's wrong with you, Greg?
it feels like fucking puss. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's spicy. It's hitting me now.
What? You had like
It's hitting me on the right side. Of...
Is it too spicy for you?
Where's my sticker? Where's my I'm fragile sticker?
what, Greg? You had
No, hold
and
on. No, I don't feel it spicy. That was
Okay.
just no, a little bit. I can feel that I had like one grain thing.
Well, okay, have like the whole thing. It's
No,
fine.
because I feel kind of disgusted by the chocolate. Like I'll have to scrape down the fucking thing.
just
so
eat
I
the fucking chocolate. You've eaten much worse things.
dude. Like this, like okay.
It's just one, just not the one that fell.
I don't support you eating this, Greg. Just so you
No,
know.
I know, but-
I feel like you shouldn't.
I see the appeal of mixing the chocolate with the chili flakes. That's a really nice combination.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
You've got the sweet. Oh, the spicy is kicking in because I'm biting it in my. But the chocolate is kind of like calming it down.
That's the thing. That's the
What's the point of spicy chocolate? Oh, okay. The
because it
flavor
is a
nice.
little bit spicy as well. Like,
God damn it! Why did I become vegan? Like this is
well, you
really
can,
nice.
You can make chocolate without milk. Actually, dark chocolate is better for dark chocolate and chili.
That is not that spicy. I mean, I know I didn't eat that much and stuff, but that's actually really nice flavor and has like a nice little thing.
You
Oh,
can-
nice.
that's nice. Yeah.
you
Thank
can make dark
Alexis.
chocolate. Oh, you brought it, so thank you, Greg.
Hold on. I didn't do the pairing with the wine. Hold on. A really nice flavor. That's really
the
nice. Yeah.
Spiciness carry. That's probably what you said about the spicy and that, like, you know, Portuguese people eat spicy stuff.
Yeah.
It works with this. So yeah, should we check it on Vivino?
Yeah, let's do it. So I got it up.
It's the Duro 2017.
So someone needs to take a cheeky picture.
Oh,
Do you want me to
okay,
throw it
here you
over?
go.
Oh wait.
This is really spicy, you guys.
This is like a Nando's medium.
No, I am not having more. Like this is me. I'm sweating so much.
So Vivino says it's a 3.6.
3.6.
Yep.
I'd rate it a little bit higher.
It's a £5.90 retail price.
£5.90. That's really good for this wine.
It is very good. Like
very
I feel like
reasonable,
it's
yeah.
worth
It's
more
not
than that.
£5.90. Like in Morrison's, like it was 10 quid down from 12.
What?
Like whatever
okay.
Vino says is wrong.
Is
like,
it a
I've
strong liar?
never seen it less than 10 quid.
So
it's all right for 10 quid.
So
Not
we-
gonna lie.
yeah. So we're right about it being a full-bodied. That's spot on.
What other flavor characteristics?
Full dryness.
Yeah.
Full dryness. It's like so bold on one end, like full end. This is very polarized, and the other end like dry. It's
Huh.
the full, and then it's got like a medium. a medium smooth and a medium soft acidity.
Yeah.
So you're kind of it's
What does it say about like flavor palettes?
so it says things that people are talking about are cherry, cranberry, red plum,
Okay,
pepper.
yeah. Could see all those things. Pepper.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I don't know which.
You
type.
said pepper
I'd
yourself.
say like black pepper, maybe like just that kind of spiciness. Although I could just be talking because I've had quite a bit of spicy chocolate now, and
So other things people are talking about are oak and vanilla. Not many
Yeah.
people, just earthy forest floor.
yeah, that makes sense. You go
You had
out,
oak,
suck
didn't
on the
you?
forest floor.
Yeah.
You know, that's something people do to get that taste.
So this is what.
Sorry, how do you know that? Like, what the fuck? How do those people go out and know what a forest floor tastes like?
Yeah, I know that's a bit
I
suspicious.
think it's like an imagination. They think it tastes like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, definitely."
Well,
like
then
that.
I don't trust them because the only way I trust
Dude,
them is
no,
if they
but-
go out, suck the forest floor, and tell me, yeah, it gives me like mud flavors.
Dude, nobody trusts these guys. They're
Listen-
pieces of shit. Everyone hates them.
Do you want to hear what Ollie Williams said?
Please.
Melbeck. We all hear it, but this is decent. Great with that Thai beef jungle curry. Nice.
What?
Yeah.
Thai beef jungle curry.
Why is that guy on the video?
With Thai beef jungle curry. Nice, he says.
Noise. He sounds like a rapper. Like
He
a
does.
bad
Noise.
rapper, but you know.
Yeah, still
failed
a
rapper.
rapper. Kind of stealing our thing. Okay, what it pairs well with is beef, pasta, lamb, and game, like deer and venison.
Yeah, we have none of that.
Yeah.
Also, no game.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about
But
that.
it pairs well with pickles, I think.
It does.
Brine pickles, at least.
Yes.
Pairs all right with spicy chocolate. I'm gonna say, like, to whoever did the chocolate spicy challenge, step up your fucking game, bro. Like, the wine is worth it.
The wine's actually very nice. I very much enjoy it. I think I've still got some in my arms just
Yeah.
here.
Do you want to have the last of it, just so we can say?
Does someone else want the last of it? Oh, Greg's microphone is falling to pieces, just like his relationship with his mum.
So do you want to have the last of it, just so we can say we diddled it? It's over there.
I've had a
Kinda
lot of
have to,
alcohol, and I just not sure if I want more.
Okay, fair enough. I'll split it with Greg if you want. But...
No, I'll have it. It's fine.
It's an anti-gout wine, like that. It should
The
come with-
anti-gout.
Well, we'll see
with the
tomorrow morning.
anti-gout
Alexis.
morning.
We'll see tomorrow morning.
I feel like an
the anti-gout has come.
an
He is
anti-gout advert is gonna be following this. for
Oh
some
yeah, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Do you have a long drive tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Do you need to fill your body with pleasure,
But
but can't
not
drink
pain?
out because you know that you'll feel such bad pain, the worst pain you've ever felt. Oh, gout is the worst.
Really?
It hurts so much. Like I would say, one of like I've had the most painful things I've been through. I don't know what they are, but gout's in the top.
Yeah, I mean,
Shingles. I've had shingles.
shingles. Oh, what?
What's shingles?
Shingles is
It's
part of the chickenpox family,
yeah,
and
it's
basically, if you get
recurring chickenpox. isn't it?
yeah, it's like it's reactivated by stress or something. And I got it when I was 29.
Yeah, my assistant had it at some point. It was the bad.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I had to work through it as well. I had to work while I had it, and it was painful. I lift heavy shit as well,
What?
and I had it on my waist. I had it on my waist, and I had to lift lots of heavy things,
That
and it was the
sounds horrible.
worst thing for it. And the thing is, I had it at like peak badness, and it says that you shouldn't be around pregnant women, and I was around a pregnant woman.
Wait,
I only found this out after I had it, like, because I only had time to get tested after I did this job.
Yeah.
And I found out I'd been around this pregnant woman. I fucking felt so awful for about a month after that. And she had the baby, and it was fine. It looks fine now. I keep check on it just to make sure it's okay, and I haven't fucked it up with my shingles. Yeah, I keep check on the baby. It's not a sexual thing. I keep check on the baby.
What's shingles?
We can Google it. We did just explain it.
Literally
I'm
just
not the
said
guy
it.
that
Yeah.
does
A
the Googling.
recurring chicken pox.
We
right?
did just explain it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the
It's
other
not ideal.
things that, along with gout,
Yes,
Duncan's afflicted by.
Yeah, all the bads. I've still got so I still get so it affected my my nervous system. So I still get shoots of pain. And one of them, I am not fucking with you, is a ball ache.
What?
Yes, I get a ball ache from shingles because it was like on my hip and it connected with a nerve that connects to one of my balls, and I get random ball aches.
Love how can you say like shingles was a real ball ache?
Yeah, it really was.
It's a real, literal ball ache.
So now and then I'll just be in the shower having a conversation. I'll get a random really painful ball ache. I'll be like,
Jesus.
but it's gone away. It hasn't. It's not as bad as it used to be, which is nice.
How often do you get like a ball ache?
There's no real pattern to it. It just there's no algorithm.
So do you get gouts more than you get ball ache?
I get.
How many times a year does your balls hurt?
How many times do you
Wait, with the shingles.
Well, either way, like I don't care.
Okay, so
Like, do you have other ball pain? Like,
so
association
it's
with-
been what 2-3 years since I had shingles. I haven't had it very often this year, but this has been a specifically tough year, so I don't know if like I've had it, but in comparison to everything, I don't know. But
it's just like everything else hurts, so might as
the
well.
gout's been the main feature of this year, I'd say. That's been the main one. I mean, there's been some ball acheage in there, but I've been mainly focused on the pain of the gout.
Great.
Yeah. So
No,
We've had
thanks for that,
ports
that's-
quite a bit over the lockdown.
I don't. Thing is, I can. It's weird. It's like I just feel it sometimes, and it's dull. It's really dull sometimes, but other times it's quite strong. I can't put a finger on how often it happens.
Do you know what's really weird? I didn't realize Duncan had the gout until
I'm finding out right now.
yeah, this was a few times. We had port a few times by now, and like at some point Duncan like wakes up and he's like, "Oh, just have a really bad case of the gout." It's like, motherfucker, what gout? How old are you? 65? And he was like,
Yeah.
no, I just get gout sometimes when I have port. Like, we had port so many times. Like
So much.
So
I've
much. Like,
given Duncan port
yeah.
almost every time he's at my house.
he had port
because
for his
like
birthday.
I have
like,
so much port
I'm pretty
because
sure I've had gout in your house. I'm pretty
dude,
sure
like
I
you
just
you
ambled
only
up.
have gout in my house. Like I've given you port like all the time. Like why didn't you just say like, oh no, I'm cool tonight?
Because I'm self-destructive. just like give me the pain,
Yeah,
baby.
but why do you need
Give
to
me the
include me?
pain.
Why do you need to include me? Like
Anyway, well.
should we wrap up?
Anyway, gout's not good, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Nor
it's
shingles. My health, not great for a 31-year-old. The wine, I don't even remember what it's called.
Duro.
Duro.
It was pretty good.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
actually, I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Gregor Bass. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Thank you for having me.
And the pickle stuff, that was good shit.
Yeah.
Also, yeah,
Another
it's
good
alright.
one. Quick clap, really quick. It's done.
Skip.
Okay, and
The chocolate, it's not your fault.
Thank you for bringing it. We'll
I'm
have
sure
a
this was
very
spicy for you, but
We'll have a really quick micro clap. Like we'll start and we'll stop. Like
Just
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Okay.
So thank you for the chocolate.
yeah. So thank you so much for checking in
Thank
this
you
season.
kindly.
What's our plan for the next for the next steps? We haven't talked about that
I think that this is a thing.
because Greg needs to know to set his calendar.
Yeah, I think
Because you listen to our podcast on the reg, right?
right.
do,
Yeah, you
yeah, I
have
do.
the alarm set, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll probably start a new season in next year sometime.
Yeah.
Like next week.
it's funny because Harris pointed this out to me that we've been doing the podcast in accordance to the wine season, which I didn't realize.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Is there a wine season?
Apparently,
every day is wine season.
Yeah, so we started in July.
Yeah.
And we're ending in like mid-November-ish.
Right.
So apparently that's the wine season, I guess.
Whoops.
That's what Harris
I
told
want to be
me.
off season. I
So,
prefer
yeah.
a podcast that was off season.
Yeah.
But,
we're going to come to you with 2 special episodes. That's what we're planning to. In Christmas and New Year, Greg, so you know what to expect.
I'll be here. And this
You like it?
is this all part of season 1, or is this like
It's just special bonus episodes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
ask
something in between?
But
season 1 and
basically,
2,
you know
yeah.
when you get Doctor Who and they're like, "Oh, here's season 1," and then like,
It's
"Oh,
like a really shitty
Christmas
Doctor Who.
special." Yeah,
Okay,
it's like that. Christmas special doesn't have a season; it's just a Christmas special.
I dig.
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna be doing for like Valentine's, if we're gonna do anything like that. But
Nothing sexual.
the wine, it's good. It's a good wine. Thank you.
Well
Greg.
done, wine. Well done, Greg. Well done.
See you next season, guys. It was fun.
It was fine.
It wasn't fun. There was like actual threat of torture in some episodes.
Yes.
So it was what it was. We'll come back to you probably at some time. Until then,
Yeah. Try not to die
thank
alone.
you, Duncan.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much.
And thank you, a listener, whoever you are. We should say we've had listeners that aren't Greg.
Have we?
Maybe.
there any
At
proof
least
of that?
that's what we want to say to ourselves. Unless it was Greg with a VPN. It was Greg.
Thank you, Gregs with a VPN.
Thank you, Greg's computer.
Can I
And
just
some
say,
of you-
I've definitely not done any of this VPN stuff. You definitely have other fans.
No proof though. Like I've not had
Thank you.
any emails saying. the
Thank you,
opposite, so.
thank you, Gregs that have a VPN that don't identify as Gregs.
Yeah. Not every Greg identifies as a Greg, so
And we appreciate you
Yeah.
non-identifying Gregs.
yeah, we love you.
And
You've made this worth no, like nothing is worth drinking wine. Wine's pointless. Thank you very much.
I think you're right, probably. Ultimately, like I think that's what I've learned is that I should have just listened to Alexis at the start, and we wouldn't have wasted 10 months of doing this podcast. So,
Yes.
fuck wine.
Fuck wine. Yeah.
It's no season 2?
If there is another season, we'll see you. You want to be Greg's. Thank you, Alexis. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being patient with me and tolerating me. Thank you, Greg, for maybe listening when I played it to you, and for not really just flying off the handle about how weird we got. We did get weird. I've had lots of fun, and thank you, Alexis, mainly. I think thank you for putting up
Thank
with
you,
me.
Duncan.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Duncan.
And fuck your wine.
Fuck you, wine! 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 Fuck you, wine!
Are you a man of indulgence? A man of exquisite pleasures? A man who enjoys port a little too frequently? Do you exclusively drink port on drinking binges with poverty-stricken Plymouvians and run-down pub on Boxing Day? Is your girlfriend a bitch? Do you also suffer from monstrous attacks of gout, making driving, even walking, basically impossible? Then you might be an elite gout dada. If so, it's time to buy lots and lots and lots of Douro red wine with port on the nose, a port character, and a delightful port on the palate. It's fucking port without the fucking gout, I tell you. One can consume this in a frightful abundance with no crippling consequence. Feel the freedom of drinking and driving once more. No more explaining you have arthritis in your 30s because you lack any self-control. No more reverse Kaiser Sose type sequences when you walk out of the supermarket. No more crying when you're drinking your favorite beverage. And for the last time, the gout is not related to the incest. They're two very different things. I'm fed up of explaining this to people. Yes, I might have relations with my sister, but it's got nothing to do with my gout, and that's the last I will say about the matter.
Gout Daddy, Gout Daddy.